Honorable van der Merwe.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. And let me also join you in wishing the Honourable Minister a happy birthday. Feels geluk met jou verjaarsdag. I know he's a very young minister, so I'm not sure. I think he's turned 21 today. House Chairperson, or Speaker, on 18 September 2019, during a special sitting of this House, the President of the Republic, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, addressed us on two national emergencies: gender-based violence and the spiraling immigration crisis. Speaker, allow me therefore just 1 minute to quickly pause and clarify the misinformation that was peddled this week in the House when we as honourable members were unfairly blamed for not setting up the National Council on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide. Firstly, it's important to note that the act setting up the council was only proclaimed and came into effect on the 15th of November 2024, which is less than a year ago. And yes, while the sixth administration's portfolio committee could not finalize the work, so did the previous government do nothing by neglecting to allocate resources and by failing to nominate representatives from various departments to serve on this council. Moreover, we were told repeatedly that there was no budget for this council, no funds to pay civil society, and a plan for a bloated administrative structure. As a portfolio committee, we could simply not accept this, and we were not willing to set this council up for failure. And I thought it was just important to clarify that. But back to the issue at hand, during this special sitting of this House, the President said the following about our immigration crisis, and I quote, "We know that our people are concerned about illegal migration. We understand the concerns of local businesses struggling to compete against counterfeit goods. We share your frustration that some South African employers are employing foreign nationals over locals, turning workers against workers. Police and immigration officials who take bribes in return for making cases go away or for issuing fraudulent documents must be dealt with firmly. South African employers, be they in the trucking industry, hospitality, or agriculture, must obey the law. We should consider, as many other countries have done, the regulation of how foreign nationals can own and participate in certain types of businesses within the small and medium enterprise sector. And we must acknowledge that there are certain parts of the country where specific foreign nationals have been identified as the main dealers and peddlers of drugs." Those were the words of our Honourable President. Fast forward 6 years later, and nothing has changed. Honourable Minister, the crisis runs much deeper than just our non-existent borders. It is intertwined with systematic corruption within Home Affairs. Some migrants arrive at our borders without documentation, while many others carry fake IDs, fake passports, are in possession of fake study permits and other documentation such as asylum seeker documentation. It is really sometimes just a free-for-all. And you only have to have eyes to see the dire consequences on our communities. Industries like e-hailing, beauty, hospitality, delivery services, and our spaza shop industry is now increasingly dominated or run by foreign nationals. And yet when we raise these painful truths, those who have good jobs, those with medical aids, and those whose children are not on waiting lists at public schools, and those who benefit from employing illegal migrants are the first ones to dismiss South Africans' concerns as xenophobic. They have the luxury of ignoring the real harm inflicted on our nation. The Immigration Amendment Bill before us is a necessary correction mandated by the Concord, mandating that detained illegal foreigners be brought before a court within 48 hours, guided by the interests of justice principles. We support, as the IFP, the rule of law, and believe, therefore, that we must fix laws that violate the Constitution. We further welcome the steps that will ensure greater protection of children. But we must also acknowledge that many illegal migrants lack verifiable addresses or means to be traced or returned to court. This too carries a danger. And Minister, I heard you that we will now be able to execute legally compliant deportations, but this should not be needed in the first place. It is time for migrants to enter South Africa with proper documentation, including medical insurance, which is the case in other countries. In closing, the IFP will support this bill, but Honourable Minister, take South Africans' concerns seriously about illegal migration. We need broader reforms that put our citizens first, upholding the rule of law, protecting our sovereignty, and ensuring our resources benefit South Africans. I thank you.